It's K97.5, real hip hop and R&B. It's this royalty, Big C, not the little one. And I told you earlier, we got a big special guest in the building. We got a legend in the building right now. We got actress, comedian. She even sang too. Tisha Campbell.
What's up, Raleigh?
Yeah, you got it.
I said it right.
You know what, Tisha? It's funny because you thought this was your first time being.
I swear I thought it was my first time being in Raleigh. But I walked in this studio and my signature is on the wall because they have, y'all, if you've never been to the studio, they got signatures of everybody who's ever been here.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my daggone, that's me.
That is you.
So I've been here before. I've been to Raleigh before.
And it's like, go Gina.
And it says, go Gina.
So you know.
Biggest day.
So you know that is definitely you.
Yes. So I'm happy to be here.
We are excited to have you back. You gonna hit us with some feel-good comedy this weekend.
Girl, you know, I just started doing comedy. Nobody knows that. I just started doing stand-up comedy about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. And it has been so dope because I always talk about it like this. Like, there's no screen between me and the audience.
Right.
I'm actually up there. And we have a good time for a good couple of hours. I help y'all forget your doggone problems because I'm telling you my business.
Okay. I did see you say, like, you weren't even really trying to start stand up.
No. Never.
It just happened.
I was a punk. I was scared.
Okay.
I was so scared of doing comedy. It's one of the hardest genres of the industry. Like, you don't have somebody that's, I lost an earring. You don't have somebody that's writing a script for you. You're telling your real stories, your truth, and you try to make people laugh at your pain. And I do have a good time now. And you know what else is great about it's more interactive too. So after I do my set, I have a Q&A.
Oh, that's nice.
It's fun. It's fun. And people get to ask me questions and it's really a good time. So.
Oh, that is so dope. It is crazy because I was going to save this question for like the end. But since we got there, what is one of the craziest things that a fan has said to you? Like, they came up to you, whether it be like after one of your shows or in the airport, and they like, wait a minute.
You know what? People are really respectful with me for the most part. And, you know, a lot of times and this is a good thing, I get a lot of autism questions because I have a son on the spectrum.
Yes.
And so people, and it's the reason why I wrote the book. I wrote a book that's coming out called The A Word. And it's on pre-sale right now at Amazon, but it comes out September 14th. And I'm very excited about it because it's not romanticizing what I went through. It's not, you know, like what I put out on social media. It's completely different. You get a different side of me. And I think that's what I'm going through in this season. Like, it's mask off time for me. And even me doing stand-up is like mask off. And people get to know me, not a character that I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. And even, you know, in writing the book, again, I had no ghostwriter. I'm writing this from my heart. And some kind of way, I was able to still, even though the heartfelt moments, there's also the wit and the humor, because it's me, guys. What am I going to do? I can't help it. So I'm loud and I tell jokes.
Of course.
You know, so I still wind up finding hope and bringing hope. And I just wanted to help people. So a lot of times when I was on the road or when, you know, people approach me, they ask me questions like that. And I thought it was important to do for my community. So.
Do you feel like it's been challenging being that vulnerable? Because like you said, you know, you played these roles. Okay, all right.
No, go ahead, finish your question.
You know, you play these roles, and you know, we know Gina, we know Jay, but you know, this is us getting to know Tisha, and especially a very sensitive topic in your motherhood.
Yeah. No, it is one of the things that, you know, it's funny. Even when you know, on my social media, when people comment, a lot of the comments are, "Oh, you a real mother. Oh, you're a real black mother." I'm like, yeah. What else am I supposed to be? But I never treated him any differently than how I would treat my younger son. You know what I mean? He is who he is. I accept him for who he is. If he want to wear a doggone peanut butter and jelly costume today, go ahead and do that, son. You know, just don't get in the car because, you know, if you get pulled over by the cops, in a peanut butter and jelly suit, that's gonna be a problem.
They got questions.
They gonna have you some questions. But I let him be him, and I let him thrive. And we worked really, really hard. So, sometimes I talk about him too, but on doing stand up. But it's just such a good time, and I just want to, to be able to interact with my audience that has supported me for 54 years.
Yes.
I know I'm old, y'all.
That's okay. I mean, you have been doing this for a while now. What would you say that the Tisha today knows that the Tisha when you first started, when you were a kid,
I'll tell you what it is. I always believed in a good man. I would have these rose-colored glasses on and just, everybody's nice. And everybody's not nice. That's what young Tisha didn't know. Like I was in my own personal bubble believing that everybody was good in this world where, and I really wanted to believe in a good man. And I still do have a little bit inside, but I'm a little bit more discerning.
Okay.
I'm a little bit more discerning, and I love on people who love on me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, there's boundaries.
That's good.
There's boundaries with this thing right now.
Okay. I know they be trying to push us, be kind to everybody. You can be kind to everybody.
You can be kind, but you still have to have some type of discernment and know who is who. Because you can't just have the devil walk up to you and just be, in your company. Yeah. Like, nah.
Yeah, no, that's good. You done gave us a word.
Come on now.
You done gave us a word.
Sometimes she got that too.
I do want to ask, if of all the roles you've played, I know you said comedy was very challenging.
Yeah.
It's different. But what role would you say challenged you the most as Tisha? Not as that role, but as Tisha, as a person.
I would have to say more recently.
Okay.
I did a movie with Mary J. Blige. I don't know if you guys know this, but Mary J. Blige has a deal at Lifetime Network where she takes her songs and she turns them into movies. And I did the Be Happy one.
Oh, that's nice.
And with Mekhi Phifer and Russell Hornsby, and it was directed by Gabby Sidibe.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of times people don't remember, probably because I'm loud, that I came from drama, right? And so for people to allow me to still move in those, in that realm, it was challenging in that I wanted to do such a good job for Gabby because she believed in me. And I wanted to do such a good job for my co-stars, Russell and Mekhi, because they're such respected actors. So I worked hard on that one. Yeah. I put in the work on that one.
All right. It's so crazy even hearing you say that. I wanted to do a good job for them because we, as viewers, we're looking at you and we're like, how could you do a bad job? Like, we've been seeing you do this for
people
years.
sometimes you're put into a box of whatever your last project was. And so if people just think, oh, all she does is comedy. But really, honestly, before I started doing comedy, I couldn't get arrested. Like nobody would hire me to do comedy. As a matter of fact, when I was about 18 years old, there's this one casting director. She was like, you need sitcom classes. And I was like, okay, where do you get those? And she was like, there aren't any. And I was like, oh, I'm in trouble now. So I used to go to the comedy stores and all of the comedy venues, and I would just hang out with the comedians to try to figure out what comedy was. And once I realized there's a thin line between comedy and drama, and the ones that was really, really, really good were the ones telling their truths, I understood how I could support them better. And that's when I was able to work in that realm.
Oh, that is so dope.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, you have sitcoms that we are literally binge watching as comfort shows.
That's crazy to me.
I think I was talking to my coworker the other day, and we were saying, when we ready to like wind down for the day, we might turn on Martin. Me and my husband were talking about My Wife and Kids. So when you were filming those sitcoms, was there any part of you that felt like
no? It's you get a job. And you do that job. And especially with Martin Show, we were just together trying to make each other laugh and feed our families. That was our mentality. So once it started to like play in syndication over and over, we were shocked. As a matter of fact, I had a dinner, a lunch with Martin and Tashina, and Martin was like, "Can you believe they call us icons?" I was like, "Nah, that's crazy." Like, we don't think of it like that. It's shocking to us, but we appreciate it. You know what I mean? We so appreciate that we're still doing this decades after we filmed it. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, like I said, you have really just shifted Black culture to this day.
Thank you, God.
I mean, you know, you look at Halloween costumes and a couple's like...
That's crazy to me. That's crazy. As a matter of fact, my friend... Eric Bellinger,
yes,
right? Okay,
Eric.
so Eric Bellinger had a Martin Show themed birthday party.
Wow.
Right? And I was like, well, who can I be? And he was like, dummy. No, I want to be a character. Who should I be? He was like, yeah, T, you don't have to dress.
He's like, just show up, okay? Just show up.
That's so dumb. This keeps falling on me.
That is hilarious, though. Who should I be?
Who should I be? What character can I play?
Just pull up.
Dum. Go sit down somewhere.
Pull up.
Yeah.
I do want to know, though, between those two, I feel like there's an obvious answer here, but I'd rather hear you say it for yourself.
Okay, no problem.
In those roles, who would you say you probably resonated with the most, Gina or Jay?
Ooh, you know what? Both. And I'm going to tell you why. Because in my 20s, I was Gina. You know what I'm saying? In my 30s, I became a mother. So then I was, that person. And I learned a lot from both Damon and Martin, and their different styles of comedy. They're completely different. Like, I would say Martin is raw, in your face, very, spur of the moment, ad-libber. Damon ad-libs too, but his comedy intellect is so different. It reminds me of Dave Chappelle.
Oh, wow.
If you think of it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very well thought out. And so they have two different styles, which I've incorporated both in my style of comedy, which is really cool. But
nice.
I don't think I answered your question.
No, you did. I mean,
what was the question?
You said both. You resonated with both.
I do resonate with both. But yeah, it was, who do I resonate? Which character do I resonate with? But I was both persons at that time. And it's funny because my kids, I don't show them my work, but they definitely don't watch my wife and kids, because they be like, you yell at those kids like you yell at us. We don't want to hear it.
They start getting triggered.
Yeah, they're like, hey. I don't want to hit.
I'm good. So yes, you did. You answered my question.
Okay, I did. I did good.
You did.
I did good.
So from the 20s to the 30s, what stage of life are you in now? And it's a two-parter. What stage of life are you in now? And how does that show in your comedy, your stand-up?
That's a really great question. And I love how you put it together. So I'm in the unmasking stage of my life. My whole entire life, I was taking care of everybody else, and I was keeping this mask on my face. If you think about the drama and the comedy mask, I always wore the comedy mask. I was always smiling. Yeah. And not that I'm still not smiling, it's just that there's a more realistic me that you guys are getting, especially on stage and especially with the book. I have completely unmasked, and I'm, I think it has a lot to do with therapy. It's great, y'all. Y'all should try it.
Yes,
therapy is the best. I found me a black male therapist too.
Oh, yes.
You know how hard it is to find a black male therapist?
Absolutely.
And I've been to black women, but the males in that genre of that business, it's a rarity. So to find somebody who's good and who, is concentrated on trauma, I love that I'm able to do that. And I'm no longer able to wear the mask the way I used to. I just can't do it. Like, my nervous system won't let me. So now it's the truth teller.
And I appreciate you bringing up therapy. Okay, I tell folks all the time I'm in therapy every week. Okay.
Yes, because we're dealing with a lot in this world, let alone our own personal traumas.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So get right. Because this is all you got. Your body is all you got. That's the real riches right there, your health. And that includes your mental health. So I'm all for that. I push for it. I know people saw that, with Gabrielle Union, like I had paid for her therapy years and years and years ago when she was first getting into the business. But I knew that I wanted her to have the support. And I've always believed in taking care of self-care. So, yeah.
Yes, and that kind of brought me into the next space.
All right, what's the next one?
When it comes to Black women, especially in a very demanding industry,
yes,
in a very critical industry, and I know you were in Hollywood, so you get it. What is it that you would say to them that would keep them motivated?
We were always, and I say we because it's always me and Tashina. Mm-hmm. Okay, when I say we, I'm referring to me and Tashina. We grew up in the business together since we were 11 and 12 years old, right? And y'all know she makes me say 11 and 12 because she wants everybody to know I'm older than her, right? So we've always walked into this competing against each other, but not competing against each other. And we've, we would outreach to our sisters and our brothers to make sure that they knew we didn't have to have any kind of rivalries. Mm-hmm. Because it's hard to work out here anyway. So, we applaud one another. Applaud your sister for winning because her win is your win. You know what I mean? So that's where I come from.
I love that.
Yeah.
And how were y'all able to maintain such a tight friendship and relationship? Because we can tell y'all are still close to this day, and that's an industry.
That heifer can't get rid of me. That's that. She tries. I tried. No. She is one of the most gorgeous, intellectual, smart, amazing persons, supportive persons in my life.
That's beautiful.
And has always been like that for us with one another. And it's easy to maintain. It's just how we are. It just is how we are.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you can see it. You can feel it.
It's real, girl. It's real.
All right. I'm not gonna hold.
No. I'm doing this because I want to make sure that I say the right name for the studio. I'm not ignoring you.
Okay, that's fine. Because I know we can just keep on chatting.
No, I'm good.
Going back a little bit because I did want to talk about this.
Yes, ma'am.
When you were talking about this memoir that's coming up and with your son getting that diagnosis for autism.
Yeah.
A little side note, we just found out that my 2-year-old godbrother has autism.
Oh, God bless.
So, we see the challenges and we see just, how things are just a little bit different. For you, with you being in the industry at the time that you got that news, how were you able to balance it?
Oh, I hid it from the world. I was very protective of my son. And I didn't really open up about it because I didn't know how people would treat him. Mm-hmm. I knew that I got into this business and there are certain things that I have to deal with on social media or people's opinions. I know that my son wouldn't be able to handle something like that. And if people would be cruel. But once Love on the Spectrum came out, and I saw how people were so open and loving and embracing and accepting, I went to my son and I was like, we could help a lot of people, especially in our culture. What are your thoughts? And I said, and trust me, the minute somebody nut up, mommy gonna nut up right back,
okay.
And we'll cut all of this off, right? And he go but the way that we, and I say everybody, embraced my child, the way that people have embraced him has been such a healing moment for us too. Y'all love on my son and y'all be calling him your internet nephew and you see how I am with him. I love on him and you see how I am as a mother. So it's been wonderful to be able to share my family like wholeheartedly with the world and with our culture.
And we get to know you as Tisha, not just as Gina or the mother we seen on My Wife and Kids or on the movies.
I'm more than that. I'm really Tisha. I'm really, really Tisha. But y'all can call me Gina if you want to. I don't care.
Okay. I mean, it is the damn Gina tour.
Yeah, it is the damn Gina tour.
It is. So what do we expect this weekend? Like, what
you're going to expect is a lot of my mouth running and a lot of my business told.
Ooh.
And it's going to, and the interactive part, the Q&A part is, I think, so fun for people because they could just ask me. And, you know, I don't know whether it's going to be heartfelt or funny.
Yeah.
You know, because it's your questions. And so, again, what you'll expect is untapped, raw, no screen between me and you, no character that I'm playing. Nobody's writing anything for me. This is not a script. This is the real me. So for you to come out, I feel honored when people allow me to still, you know, be of servitude. I think, and I always say this, I talk about this all the time. I think there's a difference between being a celebrity and being an artist, right? A celebrity, an artist understands that they're here to serve others. A celebrity believes that they're here to be served, right? And it has been my honor to serve you for 54 years.
I love that.
You know what I mean? So you'll get a lot of that.
Okay. A whole lot of that.
A whole lot of me talking and a whole lot of laughter because I really believe laughter is a healer.
Yes, absolutely.
So my goal every single time is to make you forget your problems for a couple of hours.
And we need that.
Yes, we all need that.
Yeah, we need a lot of that, especially now. All right. So last question. I had to hit you with this one.
Okay.
I did this thing called the culture question of the day. I had my callers, my listeners call in today.
Okay.
I feel like you gonna say both of them, but anyway.
I'm gonna say both of them.
You gonna say both of them.
I like them both. Which one between Martin and Gina? Right?
You gonna say.
I already knew.
You gonna say. So I asked them, I was like, all right, it's Throwback Thursday, whatever. Special guest Tisha Campbell in the building. You gotta pick one. You can only watch one.
I can't. I can't because I get so much out of both.
Both of them.
And okay, so let me just be really, really honest. I don't really watch my work. I just started watching the Martin Show a couple of years ago because I hang out with millennials because, y'all keep me hot and popping. But y'all always quoting stuff at me from the Martin Show. I don't know what y'all talking about because I don't watch it. So Tashina and I, the way that we grew up in musical theater. And it's not that we don't appreciate the work, but in musical theater, you're only as good as your last job and you have to keep it moving. Or somebody's in the wings waiting to take your place. Yeah. So we never looked at what we did in the moment. We always look to what's next. Now I'm starting to have an appreciation for the work that I've done. Like there's stuff that I've never seen that I've done.
What?
I just saw somebody the other day, 2 days ago. No, yesterday. It was yesterday that I had worked with and I never saw the movie that I did with him.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, dang, I need to watch that. That's messed up.
I should probably go back and look at that.
I gotta watch that. That's bad.
When I get some free time, I need to go run that back.
Gotta watch it.
Is it weird seeing yourself on screen, like, at all?
No, but you know what's weird? Like, if the television is on and then I hear my voice, because it's very distinctive and loud.
Okay.
So if I hear my voice, I'll be like, is that me? Turn it off. Oh, hear me. But no, it's not. It's not weird. It's what I've done my whole entire life. So even with my kids, they don't pay attention to it, even if they hear my voice or see me on television, because it's part of their life. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They might see an auntie or something like Auntie Sheena on television. They just know her as Auntie Sheena. They don't care that she's Tashina Arnold. So it's just been a part of their lives. They don't know any different.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. That was actually a fun fact, like finding out that you.
I don't watch my stuff, y'all. I don't.
Well, that's all right. We doing enough watching it for you.
I appreciate it, though.
We keep running it back. We gonna keep on. Listen, I appreciate you so much for just taking some time with us.
No, this was great.
You have an amazing show.
Yes, y'all got to come out because it's only 3 shows now. It's only 3 shows. It's the Good Nights Comedy Club, 15th through the 17th. 3 shows. Get your tickets because they sell out quick. Okay. We've been selling out all over the country, and I feel so blessed every single time I look out in that crowd.
Look at God.
You know, so I love to meet y'all. Come on out. If we have the time, we do a meet and greet too. So y'all come on out.
Hey, you heard it here first. We got the one and the only Tisha Campbell in the building.